Raheem, tell us. You always have such a good way of putting things. I've got right here on my desk one of the ubiquitous Turning Point USA MAGA hats that Charlie signed, and it's here, and it's a testament to the legacy of this man that he would go on these campuses and draw out thousands of people, students. And Raheem, it wasn't always like that on college campus. It certainly wasn't when Charlie started, when either of us got started. Tell us about this incredible effect that he achieved.
Yeah, when I first met Charlie, I think it was over at the old Trump Hotel in DC, and you try and get a measure of a person as quickly as possible. And I thought to myself, is this just your sort of run-of-the-mill Politico trying to carve a niche out for themselves in Washington DC, perhaps run for a seat somewhere, and then sell out their principles? And Charlie couldn't have been the more polar opposite of that, right? You could sort of tell that immediately. Everything he did was with drive and with passion and with love and with charm and with help and with respect and with faith and with heart and with principle and with courage. And I pride myself on having words, knowing the best words. But I can't, there aren't any enough to describe, when you were feeling, when I would feel lazy or down and I was doing Charlie's show, in the breaks, he'd just be like, yeah. So anyway, so we're going to do this. Let's talk about that. And let's talk about how we get there. There was none of this waste of time, waste of life, kvetching at things and wringing your hands over stuff. He was just such a remarkable doer. You know what? The irony of ironies, he understood the finitude of the time we all have, and he put every second to use in a way that frankly embarrasses me and probably embarrasses us all. To say he'll be missed is just a heinous understatement. Jack, it really truly is. I don't go in for hyperbole, that. I'm a very realistic person, but it really, truly is one of the worst things that anybody could ever tell me would happen. Has happened.
It is, and it is absolutely the worst. And yet, I suppose I see there's two tracks right now that I see happening. I see the vast majority of people are choosing to embrace the love and the light that Charlie Kirk stood for. He was always the one who was always looking to find a positive edge, a way to put a positive spin on no matter what happened. He was endlessly optimistic, and yet, and you have seen this outpouring across the aisle and really across the world. International leaders singing his praises, calling out political violence, and yet, in the initial wake of this, we also saw horrific comments about Charlie being made from major cable networks, major figures. And although that has been tamped down on very quickly, we still see this across much of certain parts of social media, Blue Sky, TikTok, where people are cheering, people are celebrating. What are we to make of this?
Right. I mean, you wrote the book on this narrative and the way these people behave, and there's no other way to describe. These are cockroaches of life. These are the scum of the earth. And people have been texting me the last 24 hours. Just be careful when you're out there, when you're doing things. And I just I'm not going to worry about these cockroaches. Quite frankly, I'm going to keep doing what Charlie would have wanted us to do, which is keep working for the right cause. And I'm flying out tomorrow to Indiana with Senator Jim Banks and Alex Brusewitz, and we're doing an event out there. And this, you're not going to stop us. You're not going to put fear into us. You're not going to cow us. We're not afraid. I've lived with this for 20 years now. It's you put your hat into this ring. These are the stakes. You asked about college campuses, and I didn't get to it because I was very publicly grieving. But nobody had a bigger impact. Nobody had a bigger impact on America's youth. This is what this was about, right? This was about jealousy. This was about envy. Charlie Kirk was targeted and assassinated because he wanted to keep deranged men out of his daughter's bathroom. He was targeted because he believed in Jesus Christ. He was targeted because he believed in freedom and free speech and free expression. He was targeted because he believed in the Constitution. He was targeted because he believed in the right to life. He was targeted because he believed in doing the right thing. And we will never stop doing the right thing. You can come for all of us, but this movement is bigger than any single one of us. And Charlie would be the first one to say so. Now we all, there should be monuments going up to Charlie Kirk all across the country over the next few months. That's what I will say. But I think right now we all have to be monuments to Charlie Kirk.